Number 1. What if I told you a penny in your pocket could be worth more than gold? Not silver, not diamonds, but actual gold. There are some coins so rare, so historic, and so valuable that they can take an ordinary collector's breath away. Today, we're talking about one of those coins, a coin with more than 100 years of American history behind it. This is the story of the legendary 1917 Lincoln wheat penny. It may be small in size, but this coin carries the spirit of a powerful era. The year was 1917. America was entering World War I, and the San Francisco Mint was striking coins that would circulate through a nation at war. Among those coins was the humble wheat penny, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front and two strong wheat stalks on the back, symbols of hard work and American pride. This wasn't just money, it was patriotism pressed into copper. Now what sets the 1917 apart from other Lincoln cents is that tiny S mark under the date, signifying it was minted in San Francisco. While tens of millions were made, the passage of time has taken a toll on most. These coins saw decades of circulation, wearing down their details, losing their shine, and fading into obscurity. But a select few survived, hidden away in collections or lost in time, retaining their full detail, color, and power. The design of the wheat penny was already iconic, but the 1917 edition tells a deeper story. It represents the American people during war, their economy, and their resilience. Collectors don't just see a coin, they see a moment in time, frozen in copper. That's why demand for this penny has remained strong decade after decade, especially for examples in top-tier condition. Over the years, collectors have searched tirelessly for the 1917 penny in uncirculated grades, and finding one is like discovering a hidden gem. The red copper luster, the sharp strike, the crisp edges, all these elements come together in the perfect example. But they are so rare, so hard to find, that when one appears on the market, collectors go wild. Auctions heat up, competition becomes fierce, and bids climb higher and higher. The 1917 is not just loved in the United States, it's admired around the world by those who understand American coinage and its rich legacy. For serious numismatists, this penny is a must-have in any Lincoln cent collection. It bridges the gap between common currency and historic artifact. And unlike modern coins, this one wasn't mass-produced in the billions. Its survival in top shape is a miracle all by itself. So what's the true value of a coin like this in today's market? That's where it gets exciting. While average circulated 1917 pennies might be worth modest amounts, the uncirculated examples are on a completely different level. In Mint State 64 Red, one of these beauties sold for $38,600. And the highest known example, graded MS 66 Red, stunned collectors and investors alike when it sold for an astonishing $128,000. That's right, one penny, struck in 1917 in San Francisco, sold for over $128,000. That's the kind of money people dream about, and it came from a simple coin most would overlook. So remember, it's not just a penny, it's a piece of American history, and it could be worth more than a luxury car or even a college education. If you ever come across a 1917 wheat penny with a sharp strike, rich copper color, and minimal wear, don't spend it. Don't even touch it more than you have to. That coin might be your ticket to a small fortune, and it deserves professional grading and protection. It's coins like this that keep collectors searching, hunting, and hoping, because every once in a while, someone finds gold hiding in a wheat field. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of rare American coins. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into valuable finds, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you've ever come across a rare penny, or want help identifying one. I'm here to guide you through the most exciting parts of coin collecting, where every old coin could be a treasure waiting to shine. Number 2. What if the penny sitting in your pocket was actually worth more than a brand new luxury car? What if that old wheat cent you nearly spent at the gas station could be auctioned for tens, or even hundreds, of thousands of dollars? This is not fiction, this is reality. And today, We're diving into one of the most surprising and sought-after Lincoln wheat cents of the late 1930s, the stunning 1937 no-mint mark wheat penny from the Philadelphia Mint. The 1937 Lincoln cent was minted during a period of recovery and rebuilding in America. After the Great Depression, the country was trying to find stability, and the U.S. Mint continued producing coins that people could trust, simple, strong, and unmistakably American. The Lincoln wheat cent, introduced back in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, was still the backbone of pocket change in America. But what makes the 1937 no-mint mark penny stand out is the way some of them survived. Absolutely untouched by time. Now what sets the 1937 S apart from other Lincoln cents is that tiny S mark under the date, signifying it was minted in San Francisco. While tens of millions were made, the passage of time has taken a toll on most. These coins saw decades of circulation, wearing down their details, losing their shine, and fading into obscurity. But a select few survived, hidden away in collections or lost in time, retaining their full detail, color, and power. What collectors love about this coin is its balance between historic importance and hidden rarity. At first glance, the 1937 penny seems common, but that's what makes it even more exciting. Because the rarest and most valuable examples are hiding in plain sight. If your 1937 penny has bright copper coloring, smooth fields, and full detail, you could be holding something very, very special. In terms of collector demand, the 1937 no-mint mark penny is incredibly desirable in mint state red condition. And when we say mint state red, we're talking about pennies that still shine like the day they left the press. These are not easy to find. Only a small number of full red examples have survived the test of time, and they are fiercely fought over at major auctions. With each passing year, these coins become harder to find and more valuable to those building top-grade Lincoln cent collections. Now let's talk about the condition that drives value. Most circulated 1937 pennies are worth only a modest amount, but in uncirculated, certified grades like MS66 red and above, the value skyrockets. Why? Because coins in that condition are incredibly rare, and collectors want the best. When a nearly flawless 1937 penny appears at auction, it often ignites bidding wars that can only be described as electrifying. So how much can a 1937 no-mint mark wheat penny really be worth in today's market? The numbers will absolutely shock you. While lower mint state examples can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s, the highest auction sales are where this coin's true magic is revealed. One blazing MS67 plus red specimen sold for $23,500. And the finest known example, graded MS68 red, commanded an astonishing auction price of $242,000. Yes, that's right, $242,000 for a 1-cent coin from 1937. That's not just a rare coin, that's an American treasure. These numbers show us the incredible power of preservation, rarity, and collector demand working together to turn a simple penny into a six-figure payday. It proves that numismatics isn't just a hobby, it's a world of hidden fortune and history. If you're a collector or just someone who enjoys going through old coins, here's my advice. Never overlook a 1937 wheat penny. Examine it carefully under good lighting. If you see that beautiful red copper glow and full detail with little to no wear, you might be looking at a gem worth grading and protecting. Send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC, and you might just discover you're holding a future auction star. The world of coin collecting is filled with thrilling surprises, and the 1937 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is one of its brightest hidden gems. It captures everything collectors dream of: history, beauty, rarity, and staggering value. This coin is proof that the next big discovery could be sitting in your jar of old change or tucked away in a forgotten drawer, so don't miss your chance to be part of this exciting world. Start looking, start learning, and start collecting. Because every coin has a story, and some of them are worth more than you can imagine. If this video inspired you or helped you understand the power of the 1937 wheat penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below if you have a coin you want to know more about. I'm here to help you unlock the value hiding in your collection and share the thrill of the hunt with every collector out there. Number 3. What if I told you a single penny from the 1950s could bring in thousands of dollars at auction today? Not just because it's old, but because it's rare, beautiful, and in extremely high demand among collectors across the world. Today we're diving deep into the story of the 1955 wheat penny with the Denver Mint mark, the 1955 D Lincoln cent that has stunned the market with its rising value and collector obsession. The year was 1955, and America was booming with post-war optimism. The Lincoln cent, a familiar face in pockets across the nation, continued to be produced in massive quantities by all three major mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Denver Mint, in particular, struck the 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny as part of a coinage system that had been running smoothly for decades. While most people know about the famous 1955 double die error from Philadelphia, very few realize that the 1955 D penny is an absolute gem when found in exceptional condition. This 1-cent coin carries more than just monetary value. It holds a piece of mid-century American life. It features the same beloved design introduced in 1909, Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, flanked by the motto, "In God We Trust," and the word, "Liberty," with the date to the right. On the reverse, you'll find two strong wheat stalks encasing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, along with the powerful phrase, E pluribus unum, and just beneath the date, that tiny D mint mark that reveals its Denver origin, a small letter that could mean a very big reward. Now here's what makes the 1955 D penny so exciting to collectors. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Yes, millions were made, but only a tiny fraction remain in pristine, untouched condition. The average 1955 D penny you find in circulation is well-worn, brownish in color, and smooth in detail. But the ones that were carefully stored away, the bright red, mint-state gems with crisp edges and glowing copper tones, those are the coins that change the game. These rare high-grade survivors are what drive the coin's current demand sky-high. Collectors are constantly searching for mint-state examples with a full red designation, known as red or RD, in grading. These coins have never been in circulation and have retained their original fiery copper luster for nearly 70 years. The sharper the detail, the fewer the contact marks, and the more brilliant the surface, the more valuable the coin becomes. Today, in the rare coin market, the 1955 D wheat penny in top condition is considered a true treasure. Even coins graded MS65 red by PCGS or NGC can sell for impressive sums. And as you move higher, into MS66 and MS67 territory, the value grows rapidly. Collectors compete aggressively to secure these rare gems, often driving up the price in intense bidding wars. This is especially true for coins with clean fields, minimal spots, and that eye-popping, original red shine. Now, let's talk real numbers, because this is where it gets exciting. While circulated 1955 D wheat pennies may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars, uncirculated mint-state red coins are in a completely different league. A certified MS67 red example has sold for as much as $7,500. That's right, $7,500 for a single penny. And the highest known example, one of the finest ever graded with full red color and virtually flawless surfaces, sold for a jaw-dropping $124,600 at auction. $124,600 for a 1-cent coin with a D mint mark from 1955. That's the power of condition, rarity, and collector demand. It's what makes this coin a true legend in the Lincoln cent series and a must-have for serious numismatists. When you see numbers like that, you realize this isn't just a coin, it's a potential asset, an artifact, and a symbol of American coin collecting history. So what can you do if you have a 1955 D wheat penny or want to find one worth grading? First, check the color. Does it still have that original red copper glow? Then examine the surfaces. Is the detail sharp? Are there minimal scratches? Is Lincoln's cheek clean and well defined? If your coin shows signs of being uncirculated, it may be worth sending in to PCGS or NGC for grading. Even mid-range mint state grades can bring in hundreds, or thousands, depending on market demand and eye appeal. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every coin has a story, and every old penny could be your next big discovery. The 1955 D Lincoln Wheat penny is one of those coins that reminds us why collectors keep hunting. Because you never know when you'll pull a small piece of copper history worth tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So don't miss the chance to check your collection, search through old jars, or visit local coin shows and estate sales. The 1955 D Wheat penny is still out there, and someone, maybe you, might be the next to find one in gem condition that changes everything. If you found this story inspiring and want to learn more about rare coins like this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you have a coin you want help identifying. I'm here to share the joy of numismatics with you, and together, we'll uncover the next treasure hiding in plain sight. Number 4. What if I told you that a simple penny from the 1940s, just one copper coin, could be worth more than $100,000 today? Not because it's made of gold or silver, but because of its rarity, condition, and incredible demand in the collector market. Today, we're going deep into the story of one of the most fascinating coins of the World War II era, the 1944 Wheat penny with the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint. The 1944 D Lincoln Wheat penny was struck during a critical time in American history. The world was still engulfed in World War II, and the United States Mint was working overtime to produce coinage for a booming wartime economy. Copper was back in use for pennies after the steel cent experiment of 1943, and in that return came a new wave of collectible wheat pennies that would later capture the hearts of generations of coin collectors. The 1944 D is one of those coins, historic, humble, yet incredibly valuable under the right circumstances. The obverse of the coin features the trusted image of President Abraham Lincoln, the word, Liberty, to the left, and the date, 1944, to the right with a small d just below it. That D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the three main mints operating at the time. On the reverse, the classic twin wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, topped by the proud Latin phrase E pluribus unum. It's simple, iconic, and rich with American symbolism. Now, while the 1944 D Wheat penny isn't a rare coin in general circulation, it becomes extremely rare and incredibly valuable when found in pristine, uncirculated condition. That's the secret. It's not just about the year or the mint mark, it's about how well the coin has survived. Most 1944 D pennies were heavily used, worn down in commerce, and lost their red copper shine decades ago. But the few that were preserved perfectly, untouched by time and stored away carefully, have now become hot property in the numismatic world. Collectors love the 1944 D for several reasons. It's a wartime coin, it has a strong strike from the Denver Mint, and most importantly, it's part of a beloved and historic series, the Lincoln Wheat Cent Collection. Building a full set in high-grade red condition is a major goal for serious collectors, and that makes the 1944 D in mint state red an essential and highly competitive addition. The market demand for high-grade specimens has been consistently strong for years, and with fewer flawless examples surfacing over time, that demand just keeps growing. Condition is everything with this coin. In the grading world, a coin is assessed on a 70-point scale, and a red 1944 D that scores MS 66 or higher can be a true game changer. These are coins with blazing red luster, sharp details, and clean, mark-free surfaces. They light up under a collector's lamp and command respect at any coin show or auction. And when they hit the market, the bidding gets fierce. Let's talk about today's market value and the kind of money we're seeing for this coin in top condition. While circulated examples may only bring in a few dollars, the story changes entirely in mint state red. A well-preserved 1944 degraded MS 66 red has brought in impressive prices between $1,500 and $4,000 depending on visual appeal. But it doesn't stop there. The rare examples graded MS67 red are where the coin's full value is revealed, and they're selling for much, much more. And now comes the most exciting part: some of the highest auction prices ever paid for the 1944 D-wheat penny. A stunning MS67 red example, nearly flawless and glowing with original copper brilliance, sold for $64,600. But the most jaw-dropping sale came when one of the finest known 1944 D-wheat pennies, graded MS68 red, was sold for an unbelievable $120,000. That's right, $120,000 for a single 1-cent coin from 1944. This is exactly why collectors are obsessed with this coin. The combination of beauty, rarity, historical value, and market demand makes the 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny one of the most desirable coins from the mid-20th century. It shows us that even the most ordinary-looking coin can become an extraordinary investment when preserved in gem condition. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1944 D penny? First, check the date and look closely for that small D mint mark under the year. Then examine the coin's color. Does it still shine with that original red copper luster? Is the detail crisp, especially around Lincoln's hair and jawline? If so, it might be time to have the coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Even a small improvement in grade can mean a huge jump in value. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a journey filled with discovery, history, and sometimes, amazing fortune. The 1944 D-wheat penny proves that you don't need gold or silver to strike it rich. Sometimes, all you need is copper, care, and curiosity. This coin continues to rise in demand with every passing year, and the next big find could be sitting in a box, jar, or album in your own home right now. If this story of the 1944 D-wheat penny has inspired you, then it's time to take action. Start searching, start organizing, and start collecting. Every coin has a story, and some are worth far more than anyone would ever expect. If you enjoyed this video and want more exciting discoveries from the world of rare coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you have a coin you'd like help identifying. I'm here to help you uncover the hidden treasures of American coinage and bring the joy of collecting to life for every viewer watching. Number 5. What if the penny you tossed in your change jar was secretly worth more than a brand new car? What if that 1-cent coin you've walked past 100 times could sell for nearly $100,000 at auction? This isn't just wishful thinking, it's the real-life story of the incredible 1941 wheat penny with the D mint mark from the Denver Mint, one of the most collectible and surprisingly valuable Lincoln cents in American numismatic history. The 1941 D Lincoln wheat penny was minted at a time when the world stood on the edge of global conflict. The Second World War was already underway overseas, and the United States was ramping up its economic and industrial efforts in preparation for what would soon become the largest conflict in history. The Denver Mint played a vital role in striking coinage to keep the American economy flowing, and among those coins was the copper wheat penny that today holds more value than anyone could have predicted. This 1-cent coin may look simple, but it tells a powerful story. On the front, the ever-recognizable portrait of Abraham Lincoln stands tall and proud, a symbol of leadership and unity in uncertain times. To the right of the date, 1941, is a small D mint mark, an important detail that confirms this coin was struck in Denver. On the reverse side, the words 1 cent and United States of America are boldly displayed between two sturdy wheat stalks, representing strength and prosperity during a challenging era in American life. While the 1941 D wheat penny was produced in large numbers, over 200 million were minted, very few have survived in truly pristine condition. And that's where this story becomes special. Most circulated examples have been worn down by decades of use, losing their color, details, and value. But the rare ones, the few that were carefully preserved in original, uncirculated condition, are now considered treasures by collectors and can bring astonishing prices at auction. What sets the 1941 D apart isn't just its age or historical context, it's the challenge of finding one in perfect, brilliant red mint state condition. Collectors look for coins that have never been circulated, that retain their full copper luster, and that exhibit minimal marks or imperfections under magnification. These are the coins that stand out in a crowd, the ones that get certified, graded, and protected in plastic cases because they are truly rare survivors. The demand for these high-grade 1941 wheat pennies is sky-high, and for good reason. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series is one of the most collected coin series in the world, and assembling a full set in top condition is a dream for many numismatists. Every high-grade 1941 that hits the market draws major attention, and with each passing year, they become harder and harder to find in the wild. Now let's talk value, because this is where things get really exciting. A beautiful 1941 wheat penny graded mint state 67 red by PCGS or NGC can easily bring in serious money. Some of these coins have sold for $13,850. Yes, over $13,000 for a single penny from 1941. But it doesn't stop there. One of the finest known examples, virtually flawless and glowing with original red copper color, shocked the numismatic world when it sold at auction for an incredible $95,000. That's right, $95,000 for a copper penny that's more than 80 years old. And the best part? These coins are still out there, waiting to be discovered in old collections, inherited estates, or dusty coin jars sitting in attics and basements. The thrill of possibly holding one of these treasures in your own hands is what makes coin collecting so electrifying. If you have a 1941 wheat penny with a small d under the date, don't ignore it. Look closely at its surface. Does it shine with a bright red luster? Are the details on Lincoln's face sharp and full? Are there minimal nicks or scratches on the surface? If your coin looks promising, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could mean a big reward, and even coins in lower mint state grades can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the market. Coin collecting isn't just about value, it's about stories, history, and discovering something meaningful in the most unexpected places. The 1941 wheat penny represents the spirit of a nation that was strong, resilient, and determined, and today, it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors everywhere. Whether you're a lifelong enthusiast or just beginning your coin journey, this is one penny you should never overlook. So now is the time. Check your collection, dig through your change, and revisit those old coin folders. You might be holding on to a piece of history worth far more than you ever imagined. The 1941 penny is proof that even the smallest coin can carry a big story, and an even bigger price tag. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more incredible coins hiding in plain sight, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you have a rare coin you'd like help with. I'm here to share the thrill of collecting, the joy of discovery, and the stories that make every coin a part of something much greater than itself. Number 6. What if I told you that a simple penny with no mint mark from the late 1940s could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today? That's right. One small copper coin that you might pass by without a second glance could actually be a high-value collectible hiding in plain sight. Today we're exploring the incredible story of the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint that has shocked the numismatic world with its beauty, rarity, and market value. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny came at a time when America was transitioning into a new era of post-war prosperity. World War II had ended just a few years earlier, and the United States was experiencing an economic boom. The Mint in Philadelphia resumed full-scale coin production, and the wheat penny remained a trusted and widely used denomination. On the surface, the 1949 no-mint mark penny looks like any other cent from that decade, but when preserved in the highest condition, it becomes one of the most valuable coins of its kind. The obverse of this coin proudly features President Abraham Lincoln, facing right with the word Liberty to his left and the date 1949 to his right. You'll notice there is no mint mark under the date. That's because it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not place mint marks on its coins. The reverse displays the iconic twin wheat stalks encasing the words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the timeless phrase, E pluribus unum, It's a coin rich in symbolism, history, and classic American design. What truly makes the 1949 no-mint mark penny a treasure is its scarcity in top condition. While over 217 million of these coins were struck, only a very small number have survived in brilliant uncirculated condition with their full red copper shine intact. These are known as mint state red coins, and they are exceptionally rare because most 1949 cents were used in circulation and suffered heavy wear over time. The ones that were preserved in near-perfect condition are now viewed as hidden gems by collectors. The demand for the 1949 Lincoln cent in mint state red is very high, especially among those building complete sets of Lincoln wheat pennies in the best possible condition. Because Philadelphia didn't produce proof coins for circulation in 1949, the only way collectors can acquire a beautiful example is by finding one of these rare mint state red coins. And because they are so hard to find, especially in higher grades like MS-67 and above, their value continues to climb year after year. Today, collectors and investors alike are watching the 1949 penny very closely on the open market. Lower grade circulated examples may only fetch a few cents to a few dollars, but the game changes completely when the coin is found in certified mint state condition. An MS-66 red example can sell for over $1,500 depending on appeal, while MS-67 specimens routinely fetch four figures and higher. The top-tier coins, those with pristine surfaces, glowing red luster, and no visible flaws, are the ones that bring the biggest excitement at auction. And now let's talk about the most thrilling part, actual auction results that prove just how valuable this coin can be. A spectacular 1949 no-mint mark penny, graded mint state 67 red by PCGS, sold for $12,075. But the most jaw-dropping result came from a near-perfect specimen that stunned collectors when it sold for an astonishing $68,000. That's right, $68,000 for a 1-cent coin with no mint mark from the year 1949. These are not ordinary coins. These are masterpieces of preservation, history, and numismatic rarity. And they prove that even the most common-looking coin can carry extraordinary value when properly protected and authenticated. Every collector dreams of finding a coin like this, a penny that seems ordinary, but turns out to be worth more than a luxury car. If you have a 1949 penny with no mint mark, take a close look at its condition. Does it have its original red copper color? Are Lincoln's features fully defined and free from wear? Is the surface clean, with minimal spots or contact marks? If your coin meets these criteria, it may be worth submitting to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Having your coin professionally graded not only protects it, it opens the door to serious collector interest and potentially life-changing value. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's a journey into America's past, filled with opportunity, excitement, and discovery. The 1949 no-mint mark wheat penny is one of those coins that reminds us why people love this pursuit so much. It's not just about age, it's about survival, beauty, and the thrill of finding something that few others ever will. So go ahead, check those coin jars, revisit your old collection, or visit your local coin shop. That one copper penny from 1949 could be the next big find. Every coin tells a story, and some are written in gold, even if they look like copper. If you enjoyed this journey into the value of the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below if you have a coin you'd like me to help you with. I'm here to guide you through the incredible world of rare US coins and help you unlock the value that might be hiding in your very own pocket change. Number 7. What if the last Lincoln wheat penny ever minted in Philadelphia could make you rich today? What if that simple copper coin you've overlooked 100 times is now worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? This is not just a dream, it's the fascinating reality behind the 1957 1-cent wheat penny with no mint mark. A coin with historic significance, timeless design, and explosive value in the world of collectors today. The 1957 no mint mark wheat penny was born in a time of peace and prosperity in post-war America. Families were growing, highways were expanding, and coins were flowing through the hands of a booming economy. This penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which in those days didn't use a mint mark. So if your 1957 penny shows no letter beneath the date, you're looking at a piece of Philadelphia's proud coinage legacy. The design remains iconic and instantly recognizable to generations of Americans. On the obverse, you have the strong, solemn profile of Abraham Lincoln, his portrait originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The date, 1957, appears to the right of Lincoln, and since this was struck in Philadelphia, there's no mint mark below it. On the reverse, the beloved twin wheat stalks frame the bold inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America, along with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, a reminder of the unity and strength of a growing nation. What makes the 1957 no mint mark penny so special isn't just its design or its mint, it's what happens when this coin survives in flawless condition. While more than 336 million of these pennies were produced, the vast majority have been worn down through decades of circulation. They've lost their shine, picked up scratches, and become nearly worthless to serious collectors. But the few rare survivors, those still glowing with red copper brilliance and zero signs of wear, are worth more than anyone ever imagined. Collectors are obsessed with the idea of assembling complete Lincoln cent collections in top condition. And since 1957 was one of the last years for the wheat reverse design before it changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, that makes this coin even more desirable. Especially in brilliant red mint state grades, it completes a journey that began in 1909, making it both symbolic and valuable. Now let's talk about what makes a 1957 no mint mark penny explode in value. First, the coin must be certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Second, it must have that full, red designation, meaning it has retained its original copper coloring from the day it was minted. And third, the grade must be high, MS66 red, MS67 red, or even higher. Coins at that level are virtually flawless, with no contact marks, no fingerprints, and stunning visual appeal. These top-grade examples have been making waves in the auction world. While circulated examples or average mint state coins might be worth just a few cents to a few dollars, the highest graded ones can go far beyond that. An MS67 red 1957 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark sold for an impressive $8,000 at auction. And the record-breaking example, graded MS67 plus red, fetched an unbelievable final price of $57,000. $57,000 for a 1-cent coin with no mint mark from 1957. That's the power of condition, rarity, and demand. It shows us that even modern-era coins can hold tremendous value if they're preserved in near-perfect shape. This is why collectors continue to chase these coins, and why you should be checking your own collection carefully. If you're holding a 1957 penny with no mint mark, here are some tips to help you determine if it's worth big money. First, check the color under strong lighting. If it still glows with that rich red copper tone, that's a great sign. Then, examine the details of Lincoln's face, hair, and jawline. Are they sharp and fully struck? Finally, look at the coin's surface. Are there any scratches, fingerprints, or spots? If the answer is no, you may be looking at a high-grade candidate worth submitting for professional grading. This is what makes coin collecting such a thrilling and rewarding journey. The 1957 no mint mark penny may seem ordinary, but it holds extraordinary potential when discovered in gem condition. It represents the end of an era, the final years of the wheat penny design, and collectors around the world are eager to own the finest examples that still exist. So don't overlook that simple penny lying in your drawer or tucked in an old folder. It could be the next great discovery. An uncirculated 1957 wheat cent that brings in thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little patience, and a passion for history. If you found this story of the 1957 no mint mark penny exciting and inspiring, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you have a coin you'd like me to help you evaluate. I'm here to guide you through the world of rare coins, share valuable insights, and help you unlock the potential of every cent in your collection.